walkways. Qualification match number 13, drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's qualification match number 13 here in Pasadena, Maryland. During the auto phase, it's got several robots moving there. 116. Nope, not 116. 1111. Looks like 1111 scooted across the wrong way. They went from their start line through the cages, hit one of the cages, and now is playing defense. Referees didn't like that. Looks like they flagged a foul. 1111 Powerhawks Robotics over playing defense against the Blue Alliance. 686 Bovine Intervention grabbing a coral from their coral station. 12-3, Blue Alliance has a slight lead. 7886 Cadet Robotics. They have a coral. They're trying to get it up there onto their reef. Meanwhile, 116 for the Blue Alliance. That's Epsilon Delta. They're playing defense against the Red Alliance. .4638 spinning around. They have a coral. It's kind of like lodged in the wrong place. Now they get it down where it's supposed to be. They raise up. Can they go to that upper position? Up, they do not. They go all the way up. Uh-oh, Jagbots have a problem. 4638 on the Blue Alliance. When they were trying to load that one coral onto the station, the coral dropped down inside their bumper, and they're now running around with one inside their robot. I can't see if they got rid of it or not. 1111 Powerhawks playing defense against the Blue Alliance. Bovine Intervention, 686 goes over. They have a coral. They're going up high. Can they place it up there? And they drop it down. 18-13, still a very close match. Blue has the lead. 116 Epsilon Delta. They have a coral with them, but they're jamming themselves into 29-63. 20 seconds ago, Blue has a lead 24-15. 7886, they try to grab the cage, but they're just hanging on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where are we with endgame? Looks like 1111 Powerhawks Robotics. They parked there at the very end. And here's the score for qualification match number 13. Blue Alliance wins 24-21. Blue Alliance, they received 3 ranking points for that win.
Thumbs are up. Qualification match number 20, drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
Qualification match number 20. Looks like all 3 red robots left. Can red score a coral? Not yet. 5115 scurries over to their coral station. Red Lions still get 3 robots that left. That's 3 points each. Look like at least 2 of the Blue Alliances left. That'll be 3 points for them. 4456 Met Cadets from St. John's College. They're going up high, going to that level 4 position. During the teleop, each one of those coral up at the top of the reef at level 4 is worth 5 points. Red Lions trying to score 5 points on their reef. Unfortunately, they drop it down. It's on the carpet. For the Red Lions 5115 Night Riders, they have a coral. They're going up. They drop it back down. The score is 11-11. Sounds like a Powerhawks score to me. 1 minute and 25 seconds. Blue takes a slight lead, 16-11. No defense during this match. Red staying on the red side, blue staying on the blue side. 4456 going up high with that coral, trying to place it. And they scooch over a little bit, looking for that right place. Meanwhile, 2963 Anadroids from Anacostia Senior High School, they place a coral down on the level 1. That level 1 during the teleop is worth 2 points. Not as much as shooting it up to the top, but nothing to sneeze at. They throw another one there, it bounces down and ends up on the carpet. 5841, they're trying to place coral on the lower level of the Red Alliance reef. Little too quick though, they threw it and it just bounced right back down. 24 seconds to go, 18-16, really close. Uh-oh, 51-15, they're climbing, but 51-15, Night Riders, they have coral underneath them. That's gonna be a problem. 9 seconds to go, other robots coming by. 686, they park for the Red Alliance. 5841, they're gonna try to park. Match number 21. Blue Alliance wins 24-22, eking it out by a 2-point difference.
Qualification match number 33, drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's qualification match number 33. Red Alliance gets all of their robots out. Unfortunately, 686, they decided to go scooting all the way through the Blue Alliance's barge area. They knocked one of the cages there. 1629, as predicted, Garrett Coalition, 3 coral auto. It's a good chance that the Red Alliance will get the auto ranking point during that match. Once again, it's a no-no for you to go through and touch the other Alliance cages. All of the cages in this match are shallow, but the Red Alliance decided they were going to go scooting through, more than likely drawing a penalty. 2849 Ursa Major from Hammond High School taking a defensive position against the Blue Alliance over by 1 coral station. 1719, the Umbrella Corporation, they decide to do a defensive position. So we have 2 scoring robots on each side and 1 annoying robot trying to prevent them from scoring. Garrett Coalition 1629 scoring up. Looks like the Red Alliance has 1 spot left on level 4, and 1629 says, I'll take care of that. Let's go. Oh, they can't get there. The drivers can't see it, but there's a coral that's in the way that's preventing them from getting over there. 686 working low on their reef for the Red Alliance. It's a close match, 71-70. Blue has a 1-point lead. 1629, Gacko now working on the algae, just pulling it out of the reef. Once you start filling up the upper level, it gets very hard for you to score in the middle of the reef, because if a coral is touching one of the algae, it does not count. 71-70, it is still a 1-point game. 1629, the Red Alliance has filled up every single one of the level 4 positions on their reef. 7 seconds to go. And this match ends in 3, 2, 1. In the waning seconds there, 686 Bovine enter. Red Alliance wins 93-75. Red Alliance received 3 ranking points for the win, and they get 1 for the
Qualification match number 38, drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
Everybody goes. 6239 goes forward. The other teams move back towards their stations. 620, Warbots drops their first pot right where it belongs. So that's a level 4. And Blue will start with a 10-point lead because of that hi-hat that they just dropped in place. Their partners, Chantilly, they're teeing up a piece right now. They're getting themselves squared up. Meanwhile, Red, it's like they're surrounding that coral reef, and they're doing things with it. That's one piece that goes on. That was 6-8-6. And a second piece going on now, which is Met Cadets trying to get it on there. And they are not hooked up. They are pulling away okay. They're still running, but that piece did not go home. Blue Alliance has 4 pieces up already, and here comes number 5. That is Warbots putting on a show, while their partners 6-12, Chantilly, are off getting another piece. 58-41, the Patriots are down this end of the field trying to make a general pest of themselves, staying in the way. Red is struggling, but they've got 2 bots, 44-56 and 6-8-6, that are essentially getting a free rein on their side of the field. They're grabbing pieces. They're doing what they do. They're getting pieces up onto level 4. They have a piece on level 1. They have a piece on level 2. They now have 4 pieces on level 4. And Red is closing the gap. They now have 30 points. Blue is topping off on their level 4s. Good points all. But soon they're going to run out of pegs, and they're going to have to move somewhere else. 45 points, and there's a flag waving. Not sure what that was for. 6-8-6, dropping another piece on. Got it. 44-56, looking to drop another piece on. Met Cadets still struggling. Bovine got their piece in and got moving, and now Met Cadets have gotten themselves tangled up on that peg a little bit. Ooh, that was close. That could have ruined their day. 6-2-0, Warbots puts another on. They only have 2 up top pegs left, but there is only 16 seconds left in this round. So at this point, it becomes academic how many pegs you have left. It is time to get over. 62-39, that's Irrational Engineers. They're attempting to climb, and they're up. They've got a partner in 44-56. That gives them 14. There we go. Blue picks up that win. 69-62. That was a closer match than we thought. Red picks up a ranking point.
Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
The robots sparked to life, moving inexorably towards that reef to get those points. We've got all 3 robots attempting to place a coral on the Red Alliance. Unfortunately, none of them do it, but they all get points for moving. Team 686 is looking to position themselves to get another bit of coral, shave some precious time off their cycles. You hear a lot of teams talk about cycle times. That's how quickly it takes to complete an entire loop of getting the game piece, scoring the game piece, and getting back to the feeder station. That's a cycle. Teams with faster cycle times complete more cycles, score more pieces, earn more points, win more matches. That's Robo Loco deciding to place an algae in the barge. Not something we see a ton of robots specialize in. It's very tall, and a lot of teams decide, like, hey, coral's easier to work with. We'll just do that. Robo Loco called them crazy. They decided to just do both. Over on the Blue Alliance, we see some teams going for L2, L3 corals, deciding to leave the top for later. We can work on that for now. The opposite mentality occurring over on the Red Alliance, who decided to start with the top. Don't worry about the algae. Don't worry about the lower levels. We can get one on the trough. That can fall in, but it's all about the tippy top as Robo Loco goes to place another one. One algae scored in the top directly. Lots of coral scored as we move into the last minute of the match with the Red Alliance leading 51-12. Red Alliance seemingly deciding to see if they can fill out the entire L4, though they will need to not miss. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Lining up is very tricky. Sometimes it can require a combination of autonomous assistance and just coordinated drivers. Few things are more valuable in FIRST Robotics than practice drivers, and these drivers are looking sharp. Red Alliance continuing to crank that coral onto the reef. Robo Loco placing another one, and if Bovine Intervention gets this one, it looks like they'll have finished their entire L4. A full crown of coral, 15 seconds left in the match. Time to get to the barge or score those last few game points. 612 seems to be going for a climb, maybe, or just in position, but we have their partner, 5549, not quite able to get there as they sink back to the ground as the power is cut. We have scores. A victory for the Red Alliance with 88 points, an impressive 71 coral points. And 4 rank.
Qualification match number 50, drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's qualification match number 50. All the robots left. All the robots are scoring in the reef. Drivers step forward. They take control of the robots. Red Alliance takes the lead, 26-12. 686. They come over with a coral. They bump into their reef and they just drop it down. 620, their alliance partner Warboss going over to try to get some coral from their loader station. 1727 showing how quickly they can load coral here. They have their own loading station there. 1727 not sharing the loading station with their 2 alliance partners. 5338 Robo Loco going over grabbing some coral from their coral station. They bounce around a little bit to get the coral in the right position, and they go up high for the Blue Alliance. They place it. 5 points on the board for the Blue Alliance. 5830 Life Engineering from Bowie, Maryland. They're over at their coral station trying to get some coral. Meanwhile, 5338 ACL Robo Loco continuing to place coral up high. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go, 65-33. Red Alliance has the lead. 1727 once again going there, placing a coral on level 3. Can the Red Alliance possibly get the coral ranking point? If you look at the Red Alliance reef, you see a coral that is sitting down there kind of in the middle of the reef. That does not count. It has to be down in that trough, so that will not count. Red Alliance has plenty of coral up on level 5. They got plenty on level 3. Now they're working on level, they're going up high. Warbot's going up high. Red Alliance not concerned about trying to get that coral ranking point. 25 seconds ago, 88-56, Red Alliance has the lead. 20 seconds ago, 686 working on placing coral. They drop it down on level 1 and it bounces down on the carpet. 10 seconds ago, 88-56, Red still has the lead. Warbots places some coral. 1727, they're climbing, they're up. That is quick, nice job. Red Alliance wins qualification match number 50, 106-66. Red Alliance gets 5 ranking points. Once again, that drivers behind the line. This match starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, 611 goes straight up, parks at that station, but does not drop on. Meanwhile, Red got a piece up and on that 686 Bovine Intervention. Oh, heartbreaker. They go to grab a second, and that might have gone, but the piece did not come in from that loading station. That's a shame to watch. Let's see what they can do. First of all, they got to get that piece clear. Those pieces start piling up. It gets a little messy. If you don't have Tiger Bots as one of your alliance partners, things start to build up on the floor in front of you, so you need to be careful. Bovine Intervention takes out all of those pieces that were sitting upright. 58-41, meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, that's the Patriots, has come over to play some defense, see if they can slow things down. Blue Alliance has 611, locked out at the moment. They appear to be in a reboot cycle. 2849 Ursa Major is moving again. They're moving slowly. Meanwhile, red is busy. Bovine Intervention gets up there, drops another one on. Bovine Intervention currently ranked up in the captain's alliances, so they've got something to prove here. They want to keep things rolling. 1719, the Umbrella Corporation. They're fast. They're getting pieces up. They're picking stuff up off the ground, and they're dropping it down onto that level 1. Level 1 is nicely filled for them. The station on the Red Alliance is just dropping pieces. Lots of pieces on the floor. They have a robot that can pick up off the floor, so that sort of works. Bovine Intervention is going to the other station where things are cleaner. So Umbrella and Bovine have to work together to make sure they do not get in each other's ways. Look at that cow just reach up and grab onto a piece. But they drop that one, they'll have to come again. Love that articulating wrist on that arm that goes up and drops that piece in. They just lean over and drop that on. Very nicely done. 27 seconds remain. There are so many pieces on level 1 on the red side. They're sort of running out of room there. Let's see what they can do otherwise with their remaining 20 seconds. It is time to get going and move on over to their barge station. But Bovine Intervention says, nope, I'm still placing parts. 4 seconds remain. They both rush in. Red has 3 in. Blue has 2. Blue has... I can't see. Well, let's see how proud you are. Red picks up that win. 64-15. 4 ranking points. Bovine Intervention stays in that number 7 slot.
Drivers behind the lines. This match is starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
We've got motion on both sides of the field. All 3 of the red robots have moved away from their positions. That's leave points. And it looks like team 5338 Robo Loco have scored at L1. That'll be enough for a ranking point. But there's ranking points to be had over on the blue line side as we get very close, extremely close to 2 corals scored in high auto by the Blue Alliance, who will also be going home with that auto ranking point. Team 2537 lining up, misaligning up, rather, for the L4 Coral. No problem, though. They decide, let's just play some defense as they move over to the red side. Over on the red side, we've got Infinite Voltage trying to collect a Coral from the feeder station. The open feeder station, though, isn't being guarded by 2537. Robo Loco managed to slip by them with some crazy moves, but are unable to get a feeder thanks to interference from the Space Raiders. Space Raiders opening their teammates up to outscore their opponents. Their teammates are currently doing so just barely, 26-24, 90 seconds left in the match. Over on the blue side, we have our host team, that's C Company, playing defense, trying to hang out over by the feeder station, making sure that robots are unable to get that coral that they crave. Giving them just a little bump, little nudge. You can't pin robots, that's illegal, but you can bump them at just the wrong time. Unfortunately, it's difficult to play defense when you are stranded atop a algae. Team 2537 Space Raiders have jammed a algae underneath their robot. Typically, the solution to that is to have one of your teammates come and bump you off. However, it's a penalty to have 2 robots playing defense, so their alliance members can't come over and help them out.
3.
They'd have to get lucky with one of the opponent alliances bumping into them. Continue to be a very close match, as with 41-44 favoring the Red Alliance as we go into the last 35 seconds. Team 5338 Robo Loco looking to place one on L3. There's got a good number on L4, and they're going to start on L3, mixing it up a little bit. Blue Alliance is doing similarly, a strong number on L4. Both teams taking overall similar strategies, focusing primarily on the high level and playing defense. Now let's go to endgame. Let's see if these alliances can maintain their similar scoring as we go through the barge. Unfortunately, stranded on top of the algae that they are, the Space Raiders will be unable to climb or park. Looks like a lot of the red robots aren't interested in doing that either, as there's only no time left. An incredibly close match. We have results. The Red Alliance manages to turn the tides in their favor, winning 61-58, scoring 4 ranking points.
Drivers behind the line. This match starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Everybody moves. Tigerbot snaps one in place. 6-8-6 Bovine intervention. Oh, they missed theirs, as does 87-26. That's Crypto Hawks. So while Tigerbots manages to put 2 up, Bovine intervention puts their second up with a fraction of a second to spare. Red starts with a 7-point lead coming out of Autonomous. 14-18, Ve Victus is looking to put their piece up, and they're moving a little slower. Tigerbots having trouble getting their tune in. They are usually so fast, that one took them a moment to pull together. Out comes all the algae on the Blue Alliance side. Systematically dropping one piece off after another, and then Crypto Hawks places on level 3. Level 4 is filling up pretty quickly over on the red side, but that will run out soon after Ve Victus and Tigerbots have done that job. What remains is to see how well they do scoring on those lower levels. Plenty of algae still in the way right now. (87-26) Crypto Hawks very quickly placed on level 3. That's a valuable skill, but they miss on level 4. Algae going up into the reef on the blue side of the field. Nothing has gone up yet on the red. 90-72, the bots once again swinging a piece on. They can score on level 3 as well. They are working that side of the coral reef and giving Ve Victus the other side. There are 45 seconds remaining in this match. And we now have 83-26, Hopper Robotics running interference, coasting through. It looks like we're already looking at a climb for Ve Victus. They've got that critter deep in the center of their robot. They are ready to lift. I can hear the pneumatics going off inside their robot. Meanwhile, their teammate Tigerbots continues to place 1 or 2 few pieces remaining. That swing maneuver allows them to reposition and replace. With 10 seconds left, they're going to get one more piece, and let's see if they can make the run and get into their station. They do. Blue gets at least 2 in. Another piece of algae goes up on the blue side, but they did a fine job, let's be honest. Here we go. Oh! Red holds on to that win, scores some big points at the end. Red picked up 16 points in the barge versus
Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
We're in the upper bracket, round 1, match 2 here in Pasadena. Red Alliance, they scoot forward. 23-77 tries to place a piece of coral, but unfortunately it's dropped down inside of their chassis. That could be a problem. Red Alliance unable, well, nope. Looks like Red got 1 coral placed down there on that level 1 location. Drivers take control of the robots. 17-12, Blue Alliance has the lead. 53-38, ACL Robo Loco quickly placing coral up high on their reef. 6-11 for the Blue Alliance. That's the Saxons from McLean, Virginia. They were temporarily stationary there. Looks like they woke up and they're coming back alive. They're reaching up high, trying to place some coral up on the level 4. 37-22, Red Alliance now has the lead. 53-38 going up high with that coral. Red Alliance doing a great job putting coral up there on that level 4. Blue Alliance working down low on their reef. 85-90. That's the Cavbotics from Fairfax, Virginia. They're removing that algae out of the Blue Alliance's reef. 53-38 going. Red Alliance has 1 more spot, and they will have filled the level 4 of their reef. 62-34, Red Alliance taking a big lead here with about 1 minute to go. 2377, our hometown team here from Chesapeake Senior High School, playing defense against the Blue Alliance. They're over there by the Coral Station, chasing around 85-90. Big collision there by the Blue Alliance Coral Station. There you go. Red Alliance has completely filled level 4 on their reef. Blue has 0 on level 4. 41 seconds ago, 75-46. Red still has a big lead here. 53-38 now going low, level 3. Up 686, putting a 1 in there. We have 26 seconds to go, 51-15 from Wheaton High School. They're going to climb right now. That is a deep climb. If they can complete that, that's 12 points on the board. 15 seconds to go, 88-50. Red still has a big lead. 53-38 now going straight into the barge with an algae. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower bracket right now. The Red Alliance remains in our upper bracket with a score of 98-70. Huge.
Let's make noise for all these teams. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
And go they do. A bit overzealous there. Tiger Bots ended up missing the mark on L4, but the Coral lands in L1. Still counts for something. Over on the Blue Alliance side, we've got robots moving, not quite getting Coral on L4. Red Alliance with a bit of a head start, already have 4 Coral on their top level. Tiger Bots getting right out of the way with just removing all the algae. They know they don't want it there, and now's better time than any to get them out of there. A bit of a kerfuffle going on with some defense being played by the Blue Alliance. That's Team 2377, our host C company, doing their best to get in the way of the feeder station on the red side. If you can't get Coral, you can't score Coral. Red Alliance deciding to ignore that and just get Coral and score Coral anyway. They've got a defensive bot of their own. That's going to be over there, 8326. That is Hopper. All right. Team 1629 is wedged. They're stuck by their feeder station on top of an algae. 9072 is working hard to get them out. And they're almost there. Spending a lot of time. And they're free. They managed to free their partner. They've nearly got themselves stuck on an algae moving away, but they managed to free themselves just barely. Team 9072's not moving. They must have tweaked something trying to free their partner. However, they are still in the lead as we go into the last 49 seconds of the match. We have a score of 64-52 favoring the Red Alliance, the current first seed. They've got a significant number of Coral on L4 and 1 Coral on L3, 1 on L1. However, as we look from the other side of the field, we can see that there's a good, strong crown on the blue side with 686, the Bovine intervention, placing another one on the high level. 53-38 looking to place one on L3, that's Robo Loco. And that brings us to our last 20 seconds. We are in the end game section. Team 8326, that's Hopper getting themselves into place for a climb. As the Blue Line's into place. And that, we have some news for you all. Let's see what that is. Let's see how it plays out. The Blue Alliance. Alliance number 4 upsets Alliance number 1 by a single.
Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
Everybody jumps. Powerhawks moves just a little. 888 puts a piece up. Rex puts a piece low. They got a couple of pieces in place. Okay. 888 gets 2 pieces in place as well. My goodness. Plenty of pieces to start. It is 22-18. It is a toss-up to start. and the unknown robot goes down into the red section to cause trouble. The locals, 2377 C Company, do the same on the blue side, and they start dishing out some punishment. C Company putting a couple of hits on while both teams are looking at level 4 to start. Robodiators struggle a little but manage to make their mark. Powerhawks play in the middle, seeing where they're going to go. 5338 goes the other way. 686 does as well. Here comes Powerhawks. They dish out another hit, but 686 gets their piece. A little bit of struggle, and time counts for everything while Blue struggles to get some pieces on. It is 57-54. It is a very close match. Powerhawks is causing trouble, and let's be honest, their driver is a notorious pest. 888 up, putting another piece in place, drops it in. Not the fastest, but it goes home. Rex looking at level 3. The top of the red coral station is getting full, and 5338 Robo Loco starts going low. Powerhawks is in position. 5338 starts pulling penalties. 5338, the piece spun down in, but 5338 ingested anyway. Oh, it didn't drop right, and now they have to dump that piece out. Level 3 being filled by Rex on the blue side. It is 87-75 Blue with 30 seconds remaining. 888 gets another. Powerhawks banging on 686, slowing them down. The operator has to drop 2 pieces to get them in place. 5338 Robo Loco going crazy, getting stuff up and out of the way. That algae has to go, but 888 keeps pounding pieces on the blue side over and over. Robo Loco looks to place another on level 3. This is a 15-point match, and that is the end of the round.
We have results.
Gates are sealed. The thumbs are up. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
Those robots are not behind the lines anymore. They're in front of those lines as they move into position. Ooh, we have a missed attempt. Oh, it lands in the trough, so they still get something. Multiple high coral scored for the Blue Alliance, something we've come to expect from our impressive first seed. Leading with 4, 37 points for Autonomous for the Blue Alliance. Bovine Intervention is on the move as they go to collect more coral to put into the reef. Infinite Voltage looking to get in their way as we have our defensive move into their positions. That'll be Infinite Voltage for the Blue Alliance, 7770. And for the Red Alliance, defense is attempting to be played by our host, C Company, 2377, but they've gotten themselves beached on algae. A really bad spot to be in. Defensive beached on algae cannot rely on their allies for help in getting loose. They have to find their way to get themselves loose or hope they get a lucky bump. Meanwhile, undeterred, their alliance partners continue to try to get those coral up on. We now, I see 6, 7, 8 coral ongoing. Oh, make that 7 as there's a miss by 5338 Robo Loco. A closer match as we see 62 points to 57 points favoring the Blue Alliance, who are undeterred because their defender is beached as 9072 moves into position, uses a ground intake to quickly and deftly grab a bit of coral, place it on the top level, and repeat. 7770 is also now no longer playing defense. Not because they're stuck, but because they've tagged out with Gacko. That's right, 1629 Gacko, a high-ranking Quals match team, has decided to play some defense, deter the opponents a bit, who've been a bit too effective in their opinion, as it's only a 6-point game in these last 40 seconds. 5038, that's Robo Loco, miss that coral, go back for another. Watch carefully on those pin counts. You see those refs counting with their hands. Too long pinned, and that's a penalty, and awards points to the other team. Bovine Intervention, unfortunately, when they're flipping around that coral, knocked out their mechanism, and it's landed inside their robot. They need to find a way to shake that coral loose. Speaking of shaking things loose, their alliance partner moving around quickly with their extended elevator, almost tipping over, just a little bit, rocking around. 770 making their way to the barge. And the round ends. We have results. The Blue Alliance are victorious in an 8-point game, 99-91. With the help of Infinite Voltage 770.